Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to Tim's Time. Well, it's over. The big event, the Super Bowl. By now, you're probably watching this on Monday morning or Monday afternoon or evening. By now, we know how many hundreds of millions of Americans spent their night last night watching the Super Bowl. We know how much money was spent on commercials. We know which commercial was the most popular commercial. We know how many people were in attendance, who won the game, all of the data and all of the research. I mean, the Super Bowl by far is one major event, major, major, major gathering and major event. And the gathering didn't just occur where the Super Bowl is played in Miami. The gathering occurred all across the country and across the world, but especially across our country, where we've turned the simple concept of the two best teams getting together and meeting into some major, wild, in some cases, gathering and event with a halftime show, and you get the idea. I want you to know that I have nothing against events. In fact, I love events. You're probably like me, or at least some of you are. There are times when you have just had enough of the day-to-day and I got to be around people. I have to be around people. I have to be around activity. I've got to get out. I need an event. You might not look at it this way, but I do. Do you know what? I think Sunday worship is an event. And for the most part, preachers are like everyone else. There are some days when we're just really tired or we don't feel completely into it. But for the most part, I look forward to Sunday worship and Sunday school and seeing my brothers and sisters and seeing my church family and laughing and talking and sharing life and crying over life and praying over different needs and sacrificing together. Church, the event. Now, having said all of that, there are other times when I need to withdraw. And at least 2 or 3 times a year during Tim's Time, I remind us that in order to really hear God and to seek our Lord the way we're supposed to, then we are going to need to unplug, silence the crowd, silence the noise, silence the devices, and withdraw like Jesus, it says in the gospel, withdraw to a solitary place. Now I know, if you're like me, there are times when that quiet time, by the way, isn't it ironic? I've never liked the phrase quiet time, because quiet time to me reminds me of preschool, and after you get your little cookie and your Kool-Aid, you go lie down on the mat and they say, it's quiet time. But the original concept with that phrase is not necessarily anything specific other than finding a place and a time that suits us so that we can quiet everything else, block out everything else, and hear from the Lord. So let me encourage you, the Monday or the week after Super Bowl, to seek events and enjoy them, but remember quiet time. Remember whose kingdom we're to seek first. Then all the other stuff can be celebrated and added to us. And remember, sometimes it doesn't matter. Sometimes you got to turn this off, and sometimes you got to practice silence. Well, Tim, I'm going to fall asleep. You know, I can't remember who it was. I credit Spurgeon, but I don't know it was Spurgeon. Sometimes the godliest thing you can do is take a nap. Sometimes we just need to slow down and listen. You hear?